Hello everyone, my name is Nguyen Thanh Mai, a junior studying business administration. Today I will talk about Google Glass augmented reality. So my presentation will divide it into three main parts. The first one I will talk about the Google Glass case summary. And the next one, I will talk about Google Glass timeline, and the last one will be reflection. It will be the part where I answer the questions provided in our teacher's slides, and I will give some suggestions for Vietnamese companies through the Google Glass case. The first one about Google Glass case summary. Um, to understand augmented reality, I will talk a little bit about that. Augmented reality is a new service enabled by the shift to the mobile platform. It involves content, which is text, video, and sound that is superimposed over live images to enrich the user's experience. Augmented reality brings together location and context and helps the users understand the environment better. Uh, Due to the improvement of mobile devices and their associated networks, augmented reality services tools are feasible. That is one of the reasons why a growing number of businesses invest in augmented reality services for their mobile clients. Therefore, many companies are exploring the possible applications for augmented reality, and the most famous one is Google. As Sergey Brin, the director of Google X and special projects of Google, has said, solving big problems is easier than solving smaller problems. Google Glass is one of the ways to solve big problems. The next one I will talk about Google Glass timeline. Uh, there are 3 years that I will mention. 2012, where the planning process is taking place. 2013, the struggle where they released beta version, and 2014, the future where there are promises of business implementation and official launch of the Google Glass. In 2012, the planning, where they start to release information about its prototype augmented reality glasses. Co-founder Sergey Brin began spotting trial version to public events. So the glass is appeared to be small, wrap around, lens glass frames. It has clear display and mounted above the eye, and there's a camera to snap pictures or record video. As you can see in the picture, Google Glass is not really improved. It takes 5 years to make it more to have a full-fledged augmented reality display, which is incorporate 3D and virtual reality and overlaying graphics and other images on top of wearer's current view and adjusting as the line of sight shifts. And in 2013, where the struggle began, the beta version of Glass Explorer is distributed for 500 each to 8,000 lucky app developers and consumers who submitted a winning 50-word response to the hashtag if I had glass, and commands are issued via either a microphone and touchpad, which reside on one arm or the glasses frame. Headphones are unnecessary due to the bone induction technology, which transmits sound via skull vibrations. And directions can be viewed or listened to through the My Class companion app when class is tailored to a GPS-enabled smartphone. Voice-to-text functionality enables hands-free message response. A quiet cam in the right ear announces the arrival of new texts or events. A viewfinder is unnecessary since video and pictures record what the wearer is actually seeing. Data ranging from calendar notifications to tweets to real-time transcriptions and translations is placed on a prism screen in the upper right corner of the field of vision. And lastly, the computer is awoken from sleep or standby mode with a tap or an upward nod. To preserve battery, it returns to standby 50 seconds after a tap and 3 seconds after a nod if no further instructions are given. So the major safety concern is about Google Glass is accident in the road. Uh, Google Glass has offered some solution like upward and to the right screen view and dim screen in standby mode. And about the privacy concern, Google Glass is considered as a surveillance device for users for the least access. So there will be no facial recognition apps allowed to preserve privacy for users. And about fashion concern, it is said to have a geeky look integration with eyewear. So that's why prototype produced and there was input for fashion conscious partners. During the end of 2013, there was an opportunity where Glassware have Google Glass app. Uh, they uh, they held a field trip in August 2013. They have personal tour guide to monetize pay per guest. So so they can have a patient for eye tracking and purple dilation gaze length with data analytics for advertisers. So there comes 2014 where the future began to brighten up a little bit. They have planned to use glass to enhance productivity in business. So businesses have experimented with prototype models. With Glass Explorer program have better developed the application used with glass. And I will talk about a little bit about Glass Explorers. Developers and businesses have applied and gained valuable experience building an understanding of the device capabilities, and they have built a lot of software. A fleet of startups specializing in developing software for Glass has sprung up. The Glass Explorer program and Glass Explorer is used for surgeons, clinics in California, law enforcement professionals, athletes, field technicians in industries such as oil services. Moreover, I will talk about limitation, uh, the present and the future of glass in this modern world. One of, there are three limitations that I will mention about. The first one is the uses of glass may be limited by the creativity of developers. The second one is the prohibitive cost of the device. The last one is low battery life. That is why those limitations will limit the extent to which glass can become popular with the general public. And about the present, Google has launched its first official version of Glass to the general public on April 15, 2014, but they only sold a fixed number while supplies last. Um, they have they haven't yet launched the device as of September 2014. So as the future we can predict, we can hope that glass will soon become an dispensable part of how many of us work. However, as we can see now that Google Glass has failed. So the next part I will answer the questions in the slide and give some suggestions for Vietnamese companies through this case. The first question is, have you used any augmented reality applications? If so, has it been useful? If not, is it a service that seems interesting? Why or why not? Uh, to me, I have not used any augmented reality application, and I think that it will be useful and interesting because it involves content such as text, video, and sound that is superimposed over light images in order to enrich the user experiences. The second question is, are there any privacy issues raised by augmented reality applications? Yes, there are. For people around Google Glass users, there are concerns that Google Glass can be used as a surveillance device. For a Google Glass user himself, there are fears about warrantless access to users' data as well as the government's ability to remotely turn on Glass. Number three, what are the potential benefits of augmented reality application? Are there any disadvantages? Uh, Augmented reality applications are mostly used to access information quickly and hands-free, which is important for surgeons, law enforcement, technicians, etc. The possible disadvantages are cost and low battery life. Number four, what revenue models could work for providers of augmented services? The revenue model can be pay per gaze. Advertisers are charged each time an image is viewed. Google can also provide advertisers with information regarding gaze length and purple dilation for better customer behavior analysis. So last but not least, I will give some suggestions for Vietnamese companies. Through the failure of Google Glass, the lesson to learn are: first one, fashion matters. Google Glass was built for engineers by engineers. Deals with iGlass designers didn't move beyond experimental. Number two, the second suggestion, right marketing. Validating the market before planning to launch. The third one, the last but not least, you need to move beyond what a smartphone could do. Google Glass largely depended on the smartphone for everything. That is one of the reasons why Google Glass failed. And so it has come to the end about my presentation. I have talked about Google Glass case summary. Uh, I have I have answered some I have give some reflection, answer some questions, and give some suggestions for Vietnamese companies through Google Glass case. So thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a nice day. Nói nãy giờ xong nhận ra nó chưa quay thì sao vậy?
Em thấy chưa? Ấn vào cái nút nhỏ nhỏ ở trong chưa?
Nói xong là gì?
Cái nút nhỏ nhỏ ở dưới lúc nãy
Không thấy gì.
nó mới là menu. Đấy, nó là menu đấy.